coalition government, all broadcasts are now suspended. Do not turn off your television. Important information will follow. Cities throughout Syria are under attack by an unknown enemy. This enemy force is believed to have emerged from below the surface. Though we are unsure at present of their motives, active and reserve COG military personnel have been mobilized and are now engaging this enemy all over Syria. All cities on Syria are under attack. Citizens must proceed to the nearest shelter immediately. Emergency broadcasting will now switch to localized information and broadcasting. Do not turn off your television. Please stand by. This emergency broadcast is now turned to local devices within the Ilima City district. Ilima City is under attack from an unknown enemy. They are emerging from the surface throughout the entire district. EAS are currently on the ground in Ilima City and are holding back the enemy. Emergency response services have been overwhelmed and are unable to provide assistance to those who call. Citizens are therefore advised to proceed to emergency shelters immediately in the following locations. Please take note of each emergency shelter and its proximity to your current location. Proceed to the closest shelter immediately. COG military personnel and emergency response teams will be at each of these locations. If it is not safe to leave your current position, then please stay where you are. Try to avoid staying inside or near tall buildings, as the enemy has shown it can destroy any high-rise with ease. Instead, try to opt for a single-level building with a solid foundation if possible. Barricade all windows and doors with heavy items, such as bookcases, beds or couches. Use any debris you can to your advantage in order to strengthen any barricade. Do not approach any sinkholes you see. If one opens in your location of shelter or near it, leave the area as quickly and as quietly as possible. If possible, find a weapon. The enemy is indiscriminate and are targeting civilians of any and all ages. You may need to defend yourself or others. The enemy are distinguishable for a number of reasons. They are much taller than an average human and are significantly more muscular. Their skin is grey and rough, with patches that resemble scales. Their teeth are permanently exposed, and some have large fang-like teeth protruding from their mouth. Some enemy units have been seen wearing goggles along with red armor and battle attire. Whilst the main enemy force appear to be humanoid, it has been reported that they are using other creatures as weapons or transport. Reports of large spider-like creatures have been reported destroying entire buildings. It also appears the enemy is using an unknown creature capable of flight and other larger creatures with mounted weapons. Do not approach these creatures if you see them. Be as quiet as possible and try to hide if you come into contact with one of these creatures. If you are in a location and are unable to reach an emergency shelter, please remain calm and await rescue from COG forces. For those able to vacate their locations and head to emergency shelters, do so as discreetly and quickly as possible. Please remember that COG forces are engaging an unknown enemy and active munitions are being used. The enemy are also targeting anyone and are indiscriminate. Travelling outside is dangerous. Please be vigilant and keep safe. We now have a statement from the Right Honourable Chairman Thomas Diel. Citizens, we don't know what these creatures are, other than the fact that they're not human. We don't know where they come from. We don't know what they want. But they're tunnelling under our cities and emerging to slaughter our people. Our combined forces throughout Syria have been mobilised to deal with them. I ask you all to remain calm, as you have done through so many years of war. Stay in your homes unless ordered to evacuate, and listen for emergency information on all broadcast stations. That, my fellow citizens, is all I can tell you until the situation becomes clearer. This broadcast will once again list the current emergency shelter locations throughout the Ilima City district. City Hall, the Fira Plaza, Embry Theatre, Embry Street, Cullen Street Station, Cullen Street, Romero's Restaurant, Markson Boulevard, COG Recruitment, Office Prescott Street, Gears ISA Hall, Victory Square, Griffin Emulsion Offices, Grad Street, Pendulum Wars, Memorial, Jackson Parade, Crescent Mall, Matthew Street, Ilima High School, Brookside. Make your way to the nearest emergency shelter if possible. If you cannot, then please remain where you are and stay calm. Barricade all windows and doors and await rescue from COG forces. This broadcast will now end. Further information will be provided when possible. Please stay tuned to this station.
I'm dying on the best I've ever